Japan is about to disappear from the world map. It may sound shocking, but the numbers speak for themselves. Japan now sells more adult diapers than baby diapers. Since 2002, more than 9,000 schools have shut down because there are not enough children left to study. And every year, the number of babies born keeps falling so much that, according to experts, this country could one day disappear from the world map.
Now, the number of children in Japan is at its lowest since 1950.
Deaths are now almost double the number of births. If this continues, by 2070, nearly 40% of Japan's people will be over the age of 65. Villages are empty, houses are abandoned, and the country is slowly turning into a land of the old. Why is this happening in a country that leads the world in technology and discipline? Why a country with one of the lowest crime rates in the world is now fighting to preserve its own existence?
Japan has about 9 million empty or abandoned homes. The phenomenon is especially visible in rural areas like this.
No war, no deadly virus, no earthquake, but still Japan is in danger. But why? Simply because people in Japan aren't having children. There was a time when experts believed that having more children would worsen global problems. But now the picture is completely reversed. Not only Japan, but countries like South Korea, China, and even Italy and Spain are seeing the beginnings of a population crisis. In Japan, 1 out of every 3 people is now 65 or older. This harsh reality has affected people so deeply that there's even a word for it, kodokushi, which means dying alone. It's when an elderly person passes away quietly with no family around and no one even knows for days. Such cases are increasing in Japan. Often when one spouse dies, the other falls into loneliness, cuts off from the world, and then one day passes away. The neighbours sometimes learn of it only when a smell comes from the apartment. And as these older people die or move into care homes, their houses are left behind, especially in rural areas. Now, because younger generations prefer city life, there is no one to inherit these old people's homes in these villages. That's why Japan now has over 8 million empty homes, known as akiya, which means abandoned homes. And it doesn't end there. Japan has another dark reality captured in one word, karoshi, which means death from overwork. People literally burn out and die. On paper, the working hours are 8 hours, but in reality, people live in no-life mode, working late hours and having no social life out of workplace. And then there is another endemic, which has engulfed Japan, and it's called hikikomori. It's when young people totally cut off from the outside world and live alone. There are millions of Japanese young people who are alive but completely cut off from society. These hikikomori don't leave their rooms for months or years. They have no connection to family, friends, relatives, or relationships. Just a closed door and loneliness behind it, and most of them are between 20 and 30 years old. Japan's government is trying hard to fight back. The government, along with local authorities, has set up a loneliness support council. It has also launched an official matchmaking app called Tokyo Futari Story to encourage marriage. It has introduced a 4-day work week in some places, so people can spend more time with families. Parents are given financial support, and fathers now get paternity leave along with mothers. Villages even offer large cash rewards for couples who have children. There is also government funding for fertility treatments and robot caretakers for lonely seniors. But perhaps this is all too late. Japan's extreme work culture, long working hours, rising costs, and lack of social life have damaged the social fabric of the society. In one survey, more than 50% of men under 30 said they're not interested in marriage or dating anymore. A nation which was once seen as the future of the world may soon end by fading quietly into history.